is Zoe. I am the Tipsy Psychic, and today we're going to talk about the compatibility between a Capricorn Aquarius Cusp and a Cancer. This relationship is like a Broadway show, jazz hands. It definitely puts you both in the director's seat though. Together you call the shots, and you do it with style. You're going to need to stay very grounded and focused because a lot will challenge your relationship. And you need to be ready to figure out what to do about it and tackle what's ahead of you. You might act on impulse and forget to actually take time to think about your Cancer. It's okay to plan a date. Not everything needs to be super spontaneous. It's romantic. It's also good to plan out your budget with each other because you both need to budget the same way and have the same amount, more or less, in your bank account when you are getting serious. If one of you is just living on the edge and doesn't have that much, and the other one is like at a point in their life where they're actually making a comfortable amount of money and they want to progress and have more stability, this is not gonna work. You both need to be in the same spot in your life financially. So ask yourself where you're at in your life and whether you can afford the same thing. You're going to be caught up in a very emotional state of mind, and it's really easy to let your ups and downs take over. But remember that you have the power to manage them. They aren't to blame. Treat your heart like a child because that's how it acts. When you're not taking responsibility for it, it throws a fit. It has ups and downs, but you need to just take care of your heart and your emotions. You can't let it control you. Being with a Cancer will be very comforting. You really need to explore the theatrical side of your relationship. There is a very vibrant, colorful energy that follows you both. Both of you understand people. You're able to put yourselves in other people's shoes really well. You can sympathize with them, but together you're very observant. You will find yourself needing to rely on determination to keep yourselves focused. You need to try to find your authentic self. That's very important to your Cancer. They can tell when you are being fake or phony. Do not let your ego take the lead. It's good to have goals, but don't let them take over. You need to find a way to balance your heart. A Cancer would be very caring towards you. When a Cancer meets you, you immediately change the way they see themselves. This is a very influential couple. Wherever they go, they bring hope. And they genuinely make others feel like they believe in them. People feel very empowered by you and your Cancer. You both make a very positive impact on those around you. It's going to be very difficult to settle down in the future because of how unstable your love is. This is a roller coaster ride that just never stops. Remember not to reveal everything at once and maintain some mystery. Get to know each other over time. Keep things interesting. Do not get too full of yourself if you want this to work. You're going to have to grow up and act like adults if you want to stand a chance. A Cancer will always encourage you to be aware of your emotions and really listen to your heart. They are a very strong advocate for using your intuition and really listening to your heart. They are a strong advocate for using your intuition and coming from a place of love. So if you're not really sure what your heart is saying, take the time to listen. Before meeting you, a Cancer perceives themselves more as a home buddy or someone that just really doesn't get out much or do enough, or have an exciting life. But when you are with them, they will completely see themselves through new eyes. It's a very empowering experience. Procrastination isn't usually an issue for you both. You're very good at making decisions and staying on top of things. Together, you're not afraid of starting new projects. there is a lot of excitement. Your Cancer can be judgy. They have a bad habit of nagging, which can really aggravate things and destroy any connection you have with them. Their opinions aren't all bad, and they can be very constructive and provide excellent advice for you. But when they become insulting or annoying, things go downhill from there. So make sure that you're keeping an eye out for that type of behavior and avoiding it at all costs. And talk to your Cancer about it. It's okay to embellish things a little bit and add some pizzazz to the things you say, but don't take it too far. You still have to be yourself. When a Cancer is around you, they will feel like they have more stamina and more energy. It's like you'll give them a boost. You are that extra shot of espresso that they desperately needed but didn't really know. Remember that your friends and family rely on you, so don't forget about them. You have a responsibility towards others whether you ask for it or not. When you mess up, make sure you don't just shrug it off. Make sure that you're thinking about why it happened so that you can prevent it from happening in the future. You need to make sure that you understand why things go wrong so that you can fix them. Find solutions. You would find yourself trying a lot of new food when you're with your Cancer. Your taste buds would go on their own adventure. When you first meet a Cancer, they may be giving off a very different vibe than the one they think that they were giving off. And your impression of them may be very different from the one that you are trying to project. You are a force of nature, and you will finally have someone that you can share that with. They happily use your energy boost. It's a very uplifting feeling for you. You are someone who reacts, and you will not react well to all of their comments. Even if they're just trying to give you advice, it will feel like they're setting rules, and you don't like rules. Remember that in the beginning of the relationship, you are putting on a show. It's like you both have the spotlight and your relationship is this exciting, shiny bubble. But you have to remember that that bubble does pop eventually. It has to happen. And although it might still be awesome, the shininess might wear off. So you have to sort of be realistic with your love for each other. Not everyone will be as excited as you are after a while. You need to get your priorities straight if you want things to work out. Figure out where you're spending your time and whether that's the right way to go about it. Sometimes you're gonna have to take a step back, right? And just like observe. You have to look at your Cancer, you have to look at the situation you're in, and just detach a little and watch things from afar. Watch how things progress. You can get very caught up in a heated moment with them, so you need to be able to retreat. You would visit new places they really like to travel, and they would most likely visit places with you and travel places like that you have never been to before. When you're with your Cancer, you just feel like you're in your element, and it usually doesn't feel awkward. You both are dreamers, and you can get very carried away with making your dreams come true. However, do not get lost in your dream world. Your creativity and your mind is very powerful. However, make sure that you are staying present. You will not like it when your Cancer whines or bugs you about things. This can really mess with your relationship, and it's often why it ends. As friends, you have a very touchy-feely connection. You'll often find yourselves hugging or getting very physically close in public. And you may not see it as anything romantic, but it might confuse some people. Marriage usually doesn't work out too well. It's not usually in the cards for this couple, but it does happen even if it usually doesn't last. When you try to start a family together, expect chaos. Together you would discover new TV shows and books and movies. You expand your hobbies and interests. A Cancer would introduce you to new activities. The Cancer will be the more inexperienced one here. They would come across that way. You might be more experienced and easily take the reins. and navigate things. You both need to be on the same page when it comes to money. It would be very beneficial for you both to sit down and talk about it. And talk about your spending, even if you don't share a bank account. And if you do get married, I do advise you to share a bank account. A Cancer will not give up on you easily, especially when they have experience with love. They will do everything that they can to fix things or make things right, no matter whose fault it is. They will do everything that they can to save the relationship, but eventually, if it doesn't work out, then they know how to let go and say, enough, I'm done fighting. Okay, I'm walking away now. Another reason that marriage doesn't work out a lot of the time is because your chemistry may be too shallow. This could be an issue. Your love may not be profound enough to fuel a marriage. Another reason is that your Cancer will not like it if you are unfaithful. And I'm not saying you are going to be unfaithful, but I'm saying that often as a married couple, you tend to have eyes for someone else. A Cancer will not stand for that, and you can expect divorce papers right away. When you're trying to start a family, things will be very chaotic because your Cancer will try to set boundaries and rules, which might make you feel limited, and you will not like that at all. You won't share viewpoints when it comes to starting a family with them, and you might even work against them. It's a recipe for disaster. However, this would be a blast. You would enjoy most of the ride with your Cancer. When you both are in love, it is very passionate and it is usually very obvious. It's like your love makes a statement. As friends, you could start a business together and be business partners. Another reason why marriage doesn't work out is because of how impulsive your love is. Neither one of you knows what's going to happen next, so it's really hard to establish some certainty, which is pretty necessary here. Settling down would probably be a nightmare. Another obstacle you might find as a married couple is that neither one of you would be very good at handling the duties of a married person. There are expectations that you simply wouldn't be able to meet or hold up. It's hard to commit when you cannot keep up with your commitment. You are the one who usually wears the pants in this combination because the Cancer usually just doesn't challenge you on that role. Like, they're usually cool with it. It just naturally falls to you. When you're friends, you usually have so much fun. But remember, when one of you is stressed out, don't bring that to your friendship. Don't bring any negativity to your friendship because it will only bog it down. If you're hanging out, do something mindless and fun and free-spirited. Something that takes your mind off of your troubles. There are different types of friendships, and there are some friendships that you just pour your heart out to, you tell them everything, you trust them with your secrets, and then there are friendships that are great for distractions, for when you need someone to sort of take your mind off of things and like not worry. This is the latter. This is that friendship, the one that is fun and lighthearted, and when you bring in negativity, it just fucks with it. So don't be a downer. There are times when you're going to need to take time to yourself, and the Cancer totally understands that. They can be needy, but they always know how to respect your privacy when you really need it. Especially in the beginning, you both show off your relationship. Being intimate may not be a priority in the beginning because you don't really need to connect that way. But you usually don't have any issue changing your social media status to relationship. When you date with a bang. Did I say a bang? I meant a bang! Shaboom, shaboom. Da-da-da, da-da-da, shaboom, shaboom. When you start a family together, it's not unusual for you two to share a family business. Cancers don't react well to drama. They hide away when there's a threat. They don't like getting involved in messes, and they're not afraid to be alone. You will definitely need to be in the spotlight more than your Cancer. And while you're out there enjoying the spotlight, your Cancer takes their time to be alone and to not get caught up in the show. A lot of couples meet in show business, you know, or they both meet in the theater. That's like just a very common way or atmosphere that they meet. I don't mean that neither one of you thinks about the other. In fact, you're always on each other's minds. It's like you can't get out of each other's heads. Whoever is the most devoted person in the relationship is the one who is going to get hurt the most if things end. Just keep that in mind. I'm not trying to turn you away from this or say it's impossible, but just know that the more devoted you are, the more this is gonna suck for you. And if you do go, like, if you do have this breakup and you are the more devoted one, you'll see that your Cancer might not be as devoted. So it's like, it's not an equal amount of being affected. I don't know. Anyway. It may not be super instinctual the way it is for Cancer to take time to yourself, but you definitely should enjoy some alone time on a regular basis. Schedule in your alone time. Your Cancer can be extremely vulnerable at times, like everything seems to affect them. They're emotional by nature. Showing their true colors will be a very new experience for your Cancer. They are not used to it. They're used to being more private and keeping to themselves and keeping things on the inside. But being so external will be exhilarating for them. If you meet because you're cheating with them on another person, honesty is the way to go. A Cancer will not like being kept a secret. Taking time to yourself is going to help keep you focused and keep your mind very clear. You both have, like separately, you have very introverted characteristics. So neither one of you is going to be used to being so extroverted when you're together. And you won't feel awkward about it or nervous. It will feel comfortable. Your Cancer really needs stability to thrive in a relationship. And unfortunately, that's not something that they're going to have access to with you most of the time. If things become way more chaotic, then you'll find your Cancer going off on their own a lot more than before. They will start to retreat a lot. And that's healthy for them though. That's a really healthy thing. And it may seem weird to you, but them taking time to themselves is necessary for them to feel healthy. That's how they cope with conflict. All of the powerful energy that you have will disappear when you say the words, I do. Marriage with this couple is often very dull and ordinary. This relationship has a lot of negative aspects, especially when it comes to marriage. There are definitely challenges there. But there is still a lot of good, and hopefully, this video helped you understand your connection a little better and understand how to move forward here. But subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Please comment below, especially if you were born on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius, or if you are a Cancer. Would love to hear more from you. Let me know what you think. Bye!